This is Dr. Holt. I want to go over how to solve some exponential problems that we went over in class. I think we finished problem 20. I may have showed you the results of number 19, but I'd like to go over how to do number 14, and I'll work it and I'll show you how to do that I got the answer correct. Okay, the thing about this problem, if you notice here, is everything here is going to the 0 power. So all you're really getting here is x to the 4th times y cubed times 2 to the 0 power times y times 2 to the 0 power. That gives you x to the 4th y cubed times 2 to the 0 power times y to the 0 power. Because remember, you're multiplying everything, all the exponents can be multiplied here, and that gives you x to the 4th times y cubed times 1 times 1, because anything that goes to 0 power, it doesn't matter what the number is, it's going to be 1. So your final answer better be x to the 4th times y cubed. Let's check that and see if that's correct. And that is correct. Alright, let's look at this problem here. To work this problem, I'll leave it as b a to the 4th. Everything inside here is going to the negative 3 power, so that's times 2 to the negative 3 times b to the negative 3 times a to the negative 12. So I can rewrite that as b a to the 4th. Draw my line. All these are going to negative power. I'll drop them down to the denominator. 2 to the negative 3 power becomes 2 to the 3rd in the bottom, or the denominator, and that becomes 8. This becomes b to the 3rd, and that becomes a to the 12th. Okay, now remember, here you just subtract down. And if you want to, you can always put a 1 there. It always carries a 1. So I'll draw my line. 8's got to stay. There's no other numbers in the top. This becomes b squared, because 1 minus 3 is a negative 2, so that makes this b to the 2. The negative drops it down to the bottom. Or if you want, you can just say 3 minus 1 and leave the 2 here. A to the 12th, 4. 4 minus 12 is negative 8, so that becomes a to the 8th power. So that has to be your answer. We'll check that and see if that's correct. And it is. Okay, let's go back over this one. I know you guys did this in class, but let me scroll down and give yourself a little room. It's just to clarify this problem here. To work this problem is everything in here is going to the 3rd power. So that's 2 cubed times x, and remember, you multiply when you have this, x to the 9th. That becomes z to the 6th. Draw your line down. Now if you look, go ahead and anything that's negative, bring it to the top. It becomes x to the 4th. Down the denominator, I'll have x cubed, y to the 4th, z squared, but I have a 3 here, so I get z to the 5, because you always add when you multiply like this. Alright, so at this point, try to simplify. So we'll do the 2 first. That gives me 8. Look at the x's. You got a 9 here and a 4 here. That becomes x to the 13th. Z's, we'll just leave it alone for a second. And we'll come down here. We got x cubed, y to the 4th, z to the 5th. Now you can start simplifying. You can't do anything with the 8. 8 has got to stay in the numerator. Y to the 13th. X to the 13th minus the x to the 3rd is going to give me x to the 10th. Here I have a 6, here I have a 5, so that has to be z. Okay, we come down here, we got y to the 4th down here. We'll check our answer, and we are correct. And that's all you have to do with this. So I hope this video, it's a short video, but I hope it kind of explains how to do exponentials.